Welcome back. Let's talk about Will Smith. Of course, we have to talk about Will Smith. The last time we made a point here. We covered, Tasha K, a blogger, popular blogger in America. She covered a story that Will Smith has been working with some lawyers and is getting ready to file. They filed the divorce and they've been getting ready to file the divorce for a while now, and we're just kind of waiting. You know, I hate to say it that way. Monitoring spirits. Kolon Shanoa. May God help us. We're just waiting for the complete catastrophic destruction of a couple. Jesus, may God forgive you. May God forgive you and me. Oh my God. So in one breath, we know that there's no perfect marriage anywhere. In the other breath, we take a couple that made this crazy mistake of doing the red table talk about their worst moment ever. And we take that and we conclude that it's just a matter of time. Hey, we don't know. Here's one thing I want to tell you about marriage, right? It's not about how long, it's about how well. It's one day at a time. That's how you do it right. Okay? We've been married for 35 years. It doesn't mean anything though. You can turn around and your wife can file for divorce tomorrow. Guess what? You remember what happened to Judge Mathis? The wife turned around and filed for divorce, right? You know what he said? He said, I'm gonna get my wife back. What did he do? He got his wife back. Okay? You remember last week I covered the story of Eva Masil here? Eva Masil and Michael Sterling's. They also filed for divorce, I think, last year, 2 years ago, something like that. I heard that he said, I'm going to get my wife back. He got his wife back. We don't highlight such stories. The only story we say, yes, here's my wife is evil. She makes small money and she scattered the whole thing. Those are the loudest story on the internet. Okay? Now, I put it to you that Judge Mathis had moments that he resented. He probably felt like, you know what, this woman. And then when he lost her, you're like, I want that woman back. Because it's one of two things. Rejection breeds obsession, okay? But it could just be an opportunity to also value what you have. Some people don't value what they have until they've lost it. Also, the way we perceive other people's marriage is crazy. The entitlement that we think we have to other people's story is crazy. It is out of this world. Oh my God, it is crazy, right? But the reality is that the only people that know what's going on inside of the marriage, what kind of shit they've taken, are the people inside of the marriage. That's just the reality. The only person that know how much value or how less of a value they're getting inside of marriage is the person inside of the marriage. Okay? So it's very, very important that we handle these issues case by case. So anyway, this was just a picture that was taken. The reason why I'm talking about this is because I wanted to highlight this just as a moment. There's no guarantee that they will be together forever, by the way. Okay? But I'm trying to point out that a lot of people predicted that this marriage was over a long time ago. Okay? They predicted because they saw real signs. There were real signs. For example, they were separated for a whole 7 years. But the fact that they could keep that under the wraps is quite unusual. They are quite an unusual couple. I think we can all admit to the fact that they are quite unusual couple. What's the usual couple? And we offended ourselves. We can't forgive ourselves. We scatter everything. That's usual. At least that's about 50% of marriages, right? The rest of the 50%, half of them are not having sex for straight 3 years. No wonder they say marriage is a scam. Oh, more this life, easy, easy. You notice what I just said? I said life, easy. Don't come and tell me marriage is not easy. Before, if life is not easy, what do you think marriage is? Marriage is easy for people that are intentional about it. People that decide it's going to be easy. That's who it's going to be easy for, But I wanted to, so you can see this coming from Fashion Bomb Daily. It's a blog. It's a fashion blog. It says Will Smith, Jada Pickett-smith were spotted in Soho, Malibu. Jada wore a beige strapless maxi dress with a matching hood. blah 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 fashion stuff. I think Abby will care about that. I don't care. All right. But the comment said on the way to mind their business. Major comments. Somebody said, ooh, after all these years, our cheeks are back to natural. She finally looks like her classic, beautiful self again. Okay. Maybe she feels like a burden has been taken off of her. Maybe she's been keeping all that secrets, right? This is why you stay out of married people's business. This is true. This is very true. Somebody said looking like wealth. Let me see. And they look truly happy in this time and space. I love it, and I love witnessing the true gentlemen holding their wives back for her. Okay. They've always been a stunning couple. People forget. If you can forget, guess what? People actually forget. I said, like, all that, they forget. If you can forget. If you can't forget, well, they will help you not forget. Okay? They will root for you. Whatever you want to do is completely up to you. If you are happy, I'm here for it. If you're not happy, we will give you as much support as we can give you. You see how happy you look when you keep your business to your damn self, okay? Someone say, yes, Jada looks like her old self. Love to see them. Okay, it's just a picture. Calm down. Rich auntie and uncle minding their business. Okay, so people clearly, at the end of the day, still want to see people happy. Inherently, people want to see people happy. So never mind everything I said in the beginning, you know? The Chuck said, let me see. Every time I hear men should treat their wives better, I find it one-sided. Do you know the wife changes the dynamics of marriage even when the man is doing his best for peace? I need the rest of the story, bro. I'm going to need the rest of the story. Actually, by default, everything you said.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. You're right, bro. You're right. But if there's anything extra you want me to address, I will need the rest of the story. I really loved when Mr. Sterling said that. Glad he got his girl. Yeah, I haven't seen that video anywhere. Maybe it's one of the reality TV clips. But I'm glad he said that. Because again, it takes for you to say, I'm going to get my wife back. There's a certain level of certainty you feel that other people don't feel. And when they don't feel that, oftentimes they go in the direction of coconut head. It wasn't my fault. Well, the reality is that it's really never anybody's fault. Everybody is going to claim it's not their fault. And to be honest with you, it's not relevant. Whose fault is it? It's not relevant. It's up to you to decide you want to keep your household together or not. When you get to that stage and you decide you want to keep your household together, at that point, it really doesn't matter who was at fault anymore. It doesn't. You just decided you want to focus on value. Is there enough value in this for me to keep it together, or I should let it go? When I say let it go, I don't mean just letting the marriage go. It's not just that simple either. I'm talking about all your resentments, everything you think they've done wrong, every time you feel like it's been so unfair, you're deciding that I'm going to have the best time of my life as we move forward, with or without her. At that point in time, yeah, you're free. You're truly free. You're free indeed. At that point, that's when you have your best life. If you are still running around the internet trying to play fairness, well, she was wrong too. Oh, they had a valid point too. What did Uncle Beno say? I saw that comment earlier. I think Uncle Beno said Dr. Zo has a valid point. If one story is told sometime, then there are also elements of truth. Listen, as long as you're playing fairness, you go collect. Obviously, that's not Uncle Beno. Obviously, that's not Dr. Zo. But if they are talking about you and you can relate to what they're saying, and you're like, yeah, you're right, my wife was wrong. Sorry. You see that mindset, you go collect. You go collect. But I want to round up this session like this. The same thing is true for you ladies. If you're still on that game of what is fair and what is not fair, you're the victim. You're now a victim. You're right, it's unfair. It is not fair.
Oh, you're right.
You're right. That problem should be solved at that point. Since I agree with you 100%. It should be now easy to move forward, right? Because you're right, right? Right? You're right, right? Anyway, do me a favor, hit the like button. At this time, in moment in history, Will Smith and Jada Pickett-smith are still right. Tomorrow is not promised to anybody. No guarantee. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.